Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to my video. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Sabah and I am your physics teacher, and this was from United Public School, Tandur, and this was 10th class physics, and here is our first chapter, reflection of light at curved surface. In our last video, we have discussed some important terms which is related to this lesson, which means to understand the topics in the present in this lesson, we have to know the terms. What is the terms? Just first recall the terms. That is the pole which is present at the center of the curvature, which is represented by capital P, and the center of curvature in both convex and the concave mirror, which is represented by capital C, and the radius of curvature, which is represented by capital N, and the principal axis, it does not represent any letters, it is a angle that is normal to the mirror at its pole, and it create an angle which is 90 degrees. It is important, you have to remember this. Okay, let's come to the principal focus, which is represented by capital F. And what is this? These are these terms which we discussed in our earlier classes, and we are recalling in today's class. These terms is nothing but terminology. To understand the upcoming topics in in your first chapter, you first have to remember these terms. By the end of this chapter, you have to remember this term, as well as don't get confused between convex mirror and the concave mirror. This is your convex mirror, this is your concave mirror. Okay, come, let us start our today's topic, that is focal length of spherical mirror. First of all, what is focal length? Here is the definition of focal length, that is the distance of the principal focus from the pole of the mirror is called focal length, and this focal length is represented by small f. The definition is saying that it has a distance between the principal focus and the pole. Principal focus, which is represented by capital F, and the pole, which is represented by capital P, and it has some distance between these two terms. Thus that distance is nothing but focal length. Come to this diagram. By this diagram, I can able to give my points clearly to you all. And this is our convex mirror, which is also called as converging mirror, and this is our concave mirror, which is also called as diverging mirror. Okay, in convex mirror, the principal focus lies behind the mirror. Why we are saying that behind the mirror? Let us see. Here is our focal pole, and here is our principal focus. So the definition saying that this difference between the focal length and the pole is nothing but principal focus, which is small f. So this principal focus lying behind the mirror, this is our mirror, and it lying behind the mirror in case of convex length, whereas in case of concave length, the principal focus lies in front of the mirror. Why we are saying in front of the mirror? Let us see. As the definition of focal length saying that there is a difference between the principal focus and the pole. Here is our principal focus and here is our pole, and the difference between the principal focus and the pole is nothing but focal length, that is small f. And this focal length lies in front of mirror. This is our mirror, concave mirror, and it lies in front of our mirror in case of concave mirror. I hope you are getting my points. Come, let us go to this point. The rays which is coming from the light or the sun is parallel to the principal axis. The rays which are coming from the light or the sun is parallel to the principal axis of the concave mirror, and it gets converged at a point. That point is nothing but focal or the focus point. Here he is giving the example of concave mirror. Let us see in concave mirror. As you can see in here, concave mirror, as you can see in here, concave mirror, the light is the light rays are inciding or inside incident on a concave mirror and is reflecting back at different directions, and when they get reflected in different direction now at a particular point, they have create, they will convert and intersect, the all different types of rays intersect and meet at a particular point. That point is nothing but focal point or the focus point. And here is our simple definition of focal length, that is difference between f and p is focal length, that is capital small f, and this which means for principal focus, that is f, and the pole that is p, that is fp is equals to focal length small f. And what are the terms we have learned in the focal length of the mirror? Here are the some of the terms we have learned in this focal length topic. By the end of this lesson, you have to remember. So again I am repeating so that you can remember. Okay, the terms are the center of curvature, pole, the principal focus, focal length, and the radius of curvature. Okay, come to the next topic, that is relationship between focal length and the radius of curvature. The topic itself indicating that it has some relationship between the focal length and the radius of curvature. Focal length, that is small f, radius of curvature, that is capital F, and the topic itself indicating that it has a relationship between both this. First of all, let us see the definition of this relationship, that is the radius of curvature is equal to the twice the distance of focal length. Okay, which means the radius of curvature, which is capital R. Okay, radius of curvature capital R is equals to twice, which means 2 the distance of focal length, that is small f, the distance of focal length. Here this relationship explaining that R is equals to 2f. This relationship showing, this relationship has both in concave mirror and as well as in convex mirror. We have to prove this relationship. To prove this relationship, we have to take the example of concave mirror, and here is our concave mirror, and the light is incident on the concave mirror and it reflected back in another direction. At that time an angle is an imaginary is passing through the principal focus and the center of curvature, which means the imaginary line is passing through the center of curvature, which creating two angles here, a small theta and the small theta. Here 2 theta, and here it also creating an angle, that is here also theta, and here it creating twice, here that it has a Z shape, as you can see it looks like a Z shape, and it creating 2 theta. Next we will do that, and imaginary we will draw from this point to this point, and suppose we will assume that here is our A and here is our B. This is our pole P. Okay, and from the triangle ABC, what you will observe from the triangle ABC? Let us see. Actually the ABC and getting and it becoming a triangle. First of all, from trigonometry, one formula was there, that is tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base. I hope you all know, because you are math students also now. So from the first of all, from the triangle A, B and C, the tan theta is equals to perpendicular by base, and this is our perpendicular AB. So in perpendicular A and the base BC, which means tan theta is equals to AB by BC. And come to here, from the triangle of AB and F, here also a triangle is making. So from this triangle we can say that tan 2 theta, because here we have 2 theta, so tan 2 theta. Perpendicular, what is the perpendicular? AB was our perpendicular and BF was our base. So tan 2 theta is equals to AB by BC. BF. As you all know, theta was so small, which means tan theta is equals to theta. So in place of tan theta, we will write theta and AB by BC. This is our first equation, and from tan 2 theta is equals to tan, we will remove tan, and 2 theta is equals to AB by BF. From equation 1 and 2, we can see that the theta is into BC is equals to 2 theta into BF. Theta will get cancelled, and BC is equals to 2 into BF. And BC, from BC we can, instead of BC we can write PC. How? See in this diagram, there is B and C. Here is a small distance remaining, we can't leave this distance, so we will include this in this. So BC, instead of BC we can write PC, right? And 2 into BF, instead of BF we can write PF. So in BC we have written PC, and in BF we have written PF. So BC is equals to 2 into PF. And in place of PC we can write R. Why in place of PF we can write small f? Why? See in this diagram, PC, it is a distance of radius of curvature, which is capital R. So in place of PC we can write R, capital R, and in place of PF it is a focal length, which is small f. So in place of PF we can write small f, as you can see over here, which means R is equals to 2 into F. And hence we have proved that the relationship between the focal length and the radius of curvature, it has a relationship between the focal length and radius of curvature, hence proved. For today it is enough. In next class we will continue the chapter. Okay, thank you. This is your homework, students. Take a screenshot of this and complete your homework and submit it by the time. Okay, thank you.